It's Pete here, and I'm back for all the action from the World Championships. Today we're going to look at the rounding out of the quarterfinals and then also the first match of the semifinals. So let's jump in and take a look. So this first match, looking at a match between France and England in the women's. And if you go back to the qualifying, England was actually coming in second, but at this stage they're actually behind France. So this first board I wanted to look at here was, what do you open with the north hand when you've got 6-card minor and a 5-card major? Do you open a spade? Do you open one club? Now, when you've actually got both black suits, it's a lot more convenient to open your 6-card suit because you often will be able to bid your spades twice. If you had, say, 6 diamonds and 5 hearts, it's a bit more awkward. But here, both tables chose to open one club. And there was a 1 heart overcall. And here South bid a spade, but I believe the way that North-South would be playing this 1 spade bid here is it just says, I don't have 4 spades. So they probably play double as 4 or more spades. And 1 spade says, I got points, but I don't actually have a spade suit and I can't bid a no trump. Sort of like, if you don't have this bid, the South hand's pretty stuck. Like, they don't want to bid a no trump because they don't have a heart stopper and they can't support any suit. So the 1 spade bid here is pretty useful for trying to say, partner, I'm willing to cooperate, but I really don't have anywhere great to go. Anyway, West bid 2 hearts and then North jumped to 3 spades, trying to start showing that they've got a 6-5 shape here. And I reckon because they played this method, South had like doubts creep in. Does partner actually have a 6-5, or do they think I've got spades or something like that? Because to me, this 4 club bid seems unusual, because if you've denied having 4 spades, you've got the most amount of spades you could have here, and you really have the minimum number of clubs you can have. So I'm kind of surprised that they actually bid 4 clubs here. They need to bid something. 4 spades looks possible. You could consider bidding 4 hearts, saying I'm not sure where to go. 3 no's pretty much out of the picture for the same previous reasons, but maybe you've already denied a stopper because of your 1 spade bid, potentially. Anyway, they ended up in 5 clubs, which, like, you've got a decent fit here. But unfortunately, you've got a heart loser, a diamond loser, and a couple of spades. And then just in the defense, the opponents just keep playing hearts at you. And what happens is you have to start shortening your trumps, and there's a bad club break. Well, 4-1 club break. And this means that you're going to start running into trouble here. So they started setting up spades straight away. Ace of spades, spade. And then the opponents keep going with hearts. They just do a loser on loser play. They threw a diamond here just so that they didn't have to keep trumping in. But the opponents didn't relent. So they now roughed in again, now that they had no more losers to throw away. And at this stage, they played a spade. And now they switch to diamonds. And here, I think North does best just to discard here, but they're already in a bit of trouble. They rough, and that shortens their trumps. Actually, it breaks even. So now ace of clubs, queen of clubs, jack of clubs. And they rough and then get the final trick, but 3 down there in 5 clubs. At the other table, similar start, pass a club opening, 1 heart. They didn't have this method of 1 spade showing I don't have a spade suit, 2 hearts. North bid 2 spades, and now South comes in with 4 hearts, and this says, hey, I've got a really good hand. I haven't been able to bid anything. And you can also infer that for this hand to have a really good hand and not to have been able to bid, they don't have 4 spades, because showing spades is pretty easy here. And North just repeated 4 spades here. Now, 4 spades should run into similar-ish troubles, but the spade suit breaks, which is great news. So here they start with the ace of hearts, and then they make you rough. And then they start with a low spade towards the jack, and they make you rough again. And now they just cash the ace of spades, and they can just leave them with 1 top trump and not have to draw anymore. And now they just go straight into clubs. And here that East roughs in, and they can actually take a diamond here. but they actually played a heart, not realizing that all the diamonds were going to go away. So I think East should shift to a diamond here. I think there's the information that North has a 6-5, but it's one of these ones where as you keep going on a defense, it's easy to think, oh yeah, let's just keep forcing them, and make a little slip up there. But handy pick up to England, who's starting to catch up this deficit. Moving on to the next board I wanted to talk about. Here, it just went one heart and North jumped in with 2 spades. And East has a pretty decent hand, which jumps to 4 hearts. And East-West get to 5 hearts. West makes a slam try here. East declines it. Now, slam does make on this hand, but it's not particularly good. So you're missing the king of hearts. You need the heart finesse to be working. You need South to have the king of hearts. You're also missing the king, queen of diamonds, so you'll need to double finesse diamonds. So a little bit of care is needed. It's not a terrible slam, but it is a poor one. And here with North preempting in 2 spades, that might make it slightly more favorable that your heart finesse is working. But here, king of spades, they cross over to a club, and they lead the queen of hearts, which works. They get rid of that. And then they played a low diamond back. If they started with a low diamond from the east side, they would have got 1 extra trick there. At the other table, 1 heart, 1 spade instead of 2 spades. And East bid 2 no trumps here, which is a heart raise. And then 4 spades. West made a slam try with 5 clubs. North bid 5 spades, and East accepted it. I'm kind of amazed East accepted it with 3 spades to the queen. I thought a typical hand that might accept it is one that doesn't actually have any points in spades, like move that queen of spades to diamonds or something. Anyway, here they go. Ace of spades lead, and then club over to the queen, which preserves more entries over here. They lead the queen of hearts, which works, and a heart back. Now they cross over and lead a diamond, and after they see one of the honors, great news, their slam came home. So another pickup to England, who takes the lead. The last board I wanted to talk about is sort of hand evaluation here with the South hand. So here, North opened a club, South bid a diamond, North rebid a heart, and South bid 3 diamonds invitational, which was accepted. Now they've only got 9 points, but they've got a great 6-card suit, and this is the type of hand where 3 no trumps definitely can really come home if the diamonds break well. If partner's got a 3rd diamond or the queen of diamonds, your chances are a lot higher here. Now, on the actual hand, diamonds are 3-2, but they don't run straight away. And the opponents actually find a great lead of a club, even though North had opened a club. And then after a diamond lead and West gets in, they get to lead another club through, and all these clubs come home, and they've still got a couple of aces to boot. So 3 no goes a fair bit off here. At the other table, they chose not to actually make the invite. It went 1 club, 1 diamond, and North rebid a no trump, showing their minimum balanced hand. South bid 2 clubs, which is most likely 2-way check back, just saying partner bid 2 diamonds. And they dutifully bid 2 diamonds, and then they just passed. And they played in 2 diamonds, a very safe contract, and not hoping for the diamonds to come in or a quick 9 tricks. But I think there's actually borderline, but definitely a hand where getting to 3 no trumps failed, but pretty reasonable choice all up. So there are some of the more interesting hands from the 4th stander of the quarterfinals of England versus France. And England managed to recapture the lead with a dominant display. They actually picked up 63 imps, so they were down 18, and now they take the lead by 40. So quite a dominant display in that set. Let's now move into stanza number 5. All right, so on to stanza number 5. Here we're looking at the Bermuda Bowl again, and here we've got USA 2 versus Norway. And Norway's actually up a medium amount, and USA 2 did better in the qualifying. So nice, interesting match. So this first one is an illustration of trying to improve the part score, I guess. So Here it goes, one club opening, and it went pass. And South only has 2 points, but they do have some good shape. They got 5 hearts, they got a singleton spade, and here they elected to respond 1 heart, a little bit light. And sometimes when this happens, the auction goes unimaginably bad for you afterwards. So next they bid a spade, and partner jumps to 4 hearts. Well, I'm glad I got out of 1 club here. So then they bid 4 spades. You're like, okay, all right, fine, that's good. He goes pass, pass, and partner doubles. You're like, all right, what do I do now? So at this table, they chose to bid 5 hearts, and they can get out for down 2, but they actually got down 3 doubled for -800. And the other table was almost identical. Went 1 club, and South bid a diamond, which is a transfer to hearts, I believe. And then West bid a spade, and North bid the same 4 hearts here. But when they doubled, they just, all right, I'm done. And they defended, and 4 spades doubled makes, you get 3 club tricks, but after that, East-West can cross-ruff the rest. So this was -590 at this table for picking up some imps, because -800 at the other table. But one minor difference here is when playing transfer responses to a club where 1 diamond shows hearts, it's a lot easier to respond a little bit light, because one of the times partner just bids 1 heart saying, hey, I got some heart support, and you can just pass, and you might be able to escape just a few more times. But yeah, this is an illustration of you respond a little bit light, and every bid that could go wrong does go wrong. Yeah, I think 1 heart's a reasonable ploy. The times that you do want to respond light is when you got a bit of shape, and they do have that. The next board I wanted to look at is one where you're trying to get to 3-no trumps. You don't have lots of points, but you've got this solid 7-card suit, and you got a couple of aces. There's a void and 6-card suit opposite this. So here at this table, they managed to get to it. So 1 spade, 2 club overcall, pass, pass, and West reopened with a double. Now, they could have passed, but reopening with a double is extremely common. One of the reasons that you want to double here is one of the hands that East could have is a hand with a whole stack of clubs wanting to penalize the opponents. And it's actually really rare that the opponents will then bid onto a game or anything. But here, 3 clubs pass 3-no trumps. And 3-no trumps has 2 spades, a heart, and 7 club tricks. Now you can take the first 4 diamond tricks, but you got to be pretty careful from here. And here the diamonds got a bit tangled up. They're really hoping that East had 5 diamonds, so like trying to untangle diamonds to get 4 isn't really what would be happening anyway. But 10 tricks there. At the other table, it started off with 1 spade, 2 clubs. They raised to 2 spades, pass, 3 clubs. And here with the 2 spade raise, it's not as clear that partner's got as good of a hand, because they're just trying to compete. Now here went pass, South passed, and then when it went 3 diamonds and partner bid 3 hearts, South knew they wanted to try and show something, but they bid 3 spades. When partner offered 3-no, they took it out to 4 clubs. I think stopping in 3-no is a better bet. I'm not too sure what they were worried about here, but yeah. They missed a game here, but always difficult to bid these game contracts where you've got lots of distribution, but 3-no trumps is where you want to get to. And then board 16 from this set. Here we had one where here at this table, they stopped in 3 diamonds, diamond, heart, 2 clubs, and East jumped to 3 diamonds invitational. At the other table, they just bid 2 diamonds. Now here, they got a heart lead and they win, and they just wanted to start drawing trumps. So they played a low diamond to the jack and queen. And the opponents just keep playing hearts, forcing you to try and run out of trumps here. So they saved the king. It doesn't make too much of a difference if they win the king now or they trump. Usually using your trumps early and keeping this in reserve is a solid idea. And then they started working on their side suit because they knew that trumps might be a bit of an issue, but the opponents kept going. and then they went in with a club. And here another heart, which they ruffed. And they continue with the jack of clubs, and North just discarded here. And then at this stage, they went ace of spades, spade to the king, and then another spade, which they ruffed high and got over ruffed. And now North will be returning a diamond here, and they have to guess the layout of who has the 8 of diamonds. But if we go back right to the very start, when the diamond was played, the jack was played. So they know that the 8 of diamonds is up here, so they could very, very freely finesse there. At the other table, they got a spade lead. And here, you could let this run round to the jack, but what you want to do next is you want to start diamonds from this east hand. So they refused the free finesse, so they just went in with the king. And then they just discarded a spade anyway. And now when they lead a diamond, it goes in with the jack. Now, as I mentioned before, this jack doesn't have any cards lower, but they could still have the king or they could still have the ace. So it gets covered, they win, and the opponents keep going with hearts. They switch to clubs, very, very similar stuff here. So they ruff, and here they set up their clubs, and here they ruff high, trying to avoid being over-ruffed. And now they have to guess what's going on. So they lead a diamond, and here it goes 8 and it gets ducked. And the whole reason for this is they don't know who's got the king of diamonds. And because they ruffed in high with the 9 of diamonds, they're ducking this, hoping that South had king jack. If North had 4 diamonds like they do, they were going to go down from the position that they got to. So here they played a diamond and they ducked, hoping that the king would appear. But when they show out, they go 3 off. So really tricky part score and actually a big swing here. So that was 9 imps in the end to USA 2. So pretty close match here, 19-17 in this segment. But Norway up 31 with 1 set to go. So let's move into the final set of the quarterfinals. All right, so into the final match of the quarterfinals, we've got Italy versus Netherlands. And Italy was up just a little bit going into the start of this, but it's currently neck and neck. So here, this first board I wanted to highlight. So it went 1 spade, pass, and east bid 2 no trumps. Now this 2 no trumps is like 19, 20, maybe 21 balanced. It's not unusual 2 no trumps. So lots of people play 2 no trumps as natural in the pass out set. So a spade, pass, 2 no trumps is different to 1 spade, 2 no trumps. So here, West just elected to pass that, and 2 no trumps actually went down 1. At the other table, it started the same way, but 1 spade, pass, 2 no trumps. And now West decided to bid 3 clubs. Now, 3 clubs here could be construed as stamen. So you might be using this as stamen. So here East bid 3 hearts. Now, if this was stamen, I suspect that West would just raise it to 4 hearts. But they bid 3 no trumps. So my guess here is they were unsure of their agreement in the pass out seat. 1 spade, pass, 2 no trumps. Whether this was unusual 2 no trumps or if this was natural. So they bid 3 clubs to sort of hedge their bets each way. When partner bid 3 hearts, they opted for 3 no trumps. But now I think East is thinking, well, why did partner bid 3 clubs? So if partner bid 3 clubs, they're not checking for spades because South opened a spade. I've shown hearts, so what were they trying to do? So maybe they thought it was a natural club suit and then bid 4 clubs. So I think both players were trying to get into each other's heads in maybe this slightly marginal area of what has actually been shown, and they ended up in 4 clubs, which is not a success in the 3-3 fit, and they went 4 off for 7 imps to Netherlands. The next board I wanted to look at here, here it went, South's got this really good heart suit, 6-5, but chooses to pass, and it goes diamond, a heart, 2 diamonds. They show their spades, North just bids 3 hearts, and this is where it stops. At the other table, I want to come back to the card play. It's a really cool card play table. Here, diamond, a heart, 2 diamonds, just 2 hearts, pass. They make it take out double. when this hand bids clubs, that North pushes on to 3 hearts. So South is a bit more optimistic here and tries 4 hearts. So here at this table, they start with the 2 top clubs. And this contract looks really good. 4 hearts looks like a great contract. And then a diamond and they ruff. And now they just started with a heart towards the king. And at this stage, they played king of spades and a spade to their hand. And now they tried the effect of trying to finesse this pesky 10 of hearts that's causing them some grief. So they play a heart and West hops in with the ace. And this causes entry issues. So when they continue with a diamond, West is now out of diamonds. And here they ruff. And basically what's going to happen is they're going to get a trump promotion with their 10. Now, play stopped here. They got 1 extra trick. But let's hypothetically say they lead a spade and you ruff. And they over ruff. And now when you lead a diamond, this 10 of hearts is going to score a trick. And it would be the same sort of thing if they played a heart to the queen instead. At the other table, they found a really good way around this pesky heart problem, but they were only in 3. So 2 rounds of clubs, and then ace of diamonds, which they ruffed, and they played a heart towards the king, and they get the bad news. So at this stage, they played the king of spades and the 10 of spades, and they didn't overtake, and they just ruffed a diamond. And now, instead of playing a heart trying to finesse the 10, they're using their spades sort of as substitute trumps. They just lead a spade, and West has no good recourse from here. They actually just claimed 10 tricks, but I'll just show you what could happen. So first of all, let's say this 5 of hearts is so annoying. It's higher than the 3. So if they ruff in with the 10, it solves all the problems. So let's just say that they ruff in there. You can over ruff. And at this stage, you could just play the queen of hearts. And here, if they duck again, you've got no issues. So let's say they take this, then you can ruff back in and draw the trump. If we unwind to this point and say that, oh, well, what about if they just never ruff in? Then as they just play spades all the time. Now, when they play the queen of spades, throw away, again, there's really no issues at this stage. They can still finesse the heart, and they've got that same problem. So using the spades there as substitute trumps and using that to overcome the bad break was really cool. Whereas at the other table, when they led the heart trying to take the finesse, the entry issues came about. The last board I wanted to talk about was a potential slam swing. Here, Italy were sort of on their way to investigating slam, and then there was this double of 4 diamonds, which was just lead directing double, saying, hey, I've got something in diamonds. South's pass here would say, I don't have first round control of diamonds. So North knows that the ace of diamonds is here, and their king's looking not so great. And also West is on lead, leading through this king jack. So they just opted to take the low road here and stop in 4 hearts. Now, when the diamond was led, they put in the jack and the ace works. And this is the main hurdle on this hand. Some other bad breaks could cause issues, but they pretty much have 12 tricks from here, maybe just trumping 1 diamond. Now, at the other table, they never bid diamonds. They had a pretty artificial auction, and East didn't get an opportunity to make a lead directing double of diamonds, and they stopped in 6 hearts. And here, same diamond lead. You do need to guess, have they underled the ace or the queen, but it's a suit contract. It's not that likely that they're underleading an ace, although, you know, who knows at this level. And here they just put in that, and then they will have 12 tricks pretty comfortably after just drawing a couple of rounds of trumps. So that was a big swing to Netherlands, and they actually had a very strong set. They were down 6 to begin with going into the final set, but picked up 57-18 to end up winning by 33. So big swing to Netherlands, and they're into the semi-finals. So close quarterfinal there. Let's now take a look at all the other quarterfinals. So let's see who made it through the quarterfinals and into the semi-finals in the Bermuda Bowl. So Switzerland came down from an early deficit against England to win handily. Hungary lost to USA 1. So Hungary was ahead of USA 1, but yeah, USA had a good win there. Norway beat USA 2. USA 2 was doing really well in the qualifiers, but Norway came through with a solid win. And the exciting one, Netherlands versus Italy. Netherlands came good after being just down just a little bit going into that final match there. Into the Venice Cup, the women's field, Poland, who were absolutely dominant, beat Denmark. But Denmark was winning after 4 segments, after 5 segments, but then Poland had a massive comeback to take the win there. So Poland, who were absolutely dominant, were put to the test here, but came through. Sweden had a win over Italy. USA 2 lost to Turkey, and it looks like this match was conceded after 5 stanzas. Turkey was up 130 imps there. And England beat France here, even though France had an early lead on day 1. In the Diorsi Trophy, the seniors field, a really close race here, sort of all the way. But India came out in front 150 to 146 over USA 1. So great win there. Here, France versus Sweden. France got through, but it looks like France wasn't able to, Sweden wasn't able to field a team in this second day because they didn't play from after the first 3. Also, Poland with Bulgaria, the same thing. So Poland's through to the semifinals and France is through to the semifinals. So it looks like with COVID issues, maybe Bulgaria couldn't field a team there. Also, the final spot, Denmark having a win over USA. So Denmark's through as well. And then in the mixed teams, really close race between France and Romania, and France coming out on top. Germany beating Belgium here. Italy having a win over Poland, and USA 1 beating Latvia. All of these being relatively close. So lots of good quarterfinals there, and we're into the semifinals. So let's check out all the action from the first stanza of the semifinal. All right, so into the semifinals, what we're looking at here is the Bermuda Bowl USA versus Switzerland. And the first board that I wanted to bring up here is here, South open, East opened 1 no trump, and South passed here. At the other table, South doubled, and North, being very weak, tried to escape. Usually when partner makes a values double, then with sort of 0 to 4 points you usually run. So they ran to 2 diamonds and played there. Whereas here, South chose not to double with their 15 points and just passed. And West, with their 8 points, actually decided to invite. So here, 2 spades. A common treatment at this level is using the 2 spade bid as either a transfer to clubs or asking partner, are they minimum or maximum? And the way that they do this is 2 no trumps would say, partner, I've got sort of 15 or 16 points. And 3 clubs would say, I've got a good 16 or 17 points. So they use accepting, like to show a maximum, they bid 3 clubs. And if you had a transfer to clubs, you just pass it. So they sort of double in the meaning here. So that's what the 2 spade bid was. He said they were minimum, and they just stopped in 2 no trumps there. Now for 2 no trumps, they start with a high heart, and then they switch to diamonds and got partner in with a diamond, and then a heart through. And they actually just took the first 6 tricks against 2 no trumps. So 2 no trumps went down 1 there. At the other table, 2 diamonds also went down 1. So interesting choice about do you actually double or not, and then just some follow-up bids here they've got where you run when you're really weak, and also how they actually invite opposite a 1 no trump opening here. The next one I wanted to talk about is interesting slam auction. So getting to slam. Here in slam, you're missing the king of spades and the king of diamonds. And you largely need sort of 1 of 2 finesses to actually work on this hand to make 6 spades. Now here they actually just got a diamond lead, which finessed the diamond straight away. And my question for you is, how do you play the spades? The main thing they want to do here is make their contract for 6 spades, and they really don't want to take a spade finesse, which loses, and then suffer a diamond ruff or go down that way. So here, they just play a spade towards the ace. When both people follow, they're pretty good because they can just play another spade, and whoever wins, even if they've got 3 spades, they can't give their partner a ruff because they'd be out. So after a spade to the ace, when spades are 2-2 or 3-1, they've got 12 easy tricks here. At the other table, there was actually a 2-heart opening here. So another interesting question is, well, if you don't have great suit quality or you're a little bit light on points, what do you do if you've got an extra trump? So if you've got 7 trumps, and you're not willing to preempt 3, do you pass or do you preempt a level lower? So here, they chose 2 hearts, whereas at the other table, they chose to pass. So here, after the 2-heart opening bit, it's a lot harder to navigate their way to slam. So it went double and 3 hearts saying, I want to start a conversation, and then 4 hearts, you tell me, and then they just settled in 4 spades, missing this good slam. And here, after the diamond lead, they didn't, they noticed that there's a good slam, and they probably don't want slam to be making. But also, they don't want to suffer a diamond ruff. They don't want it to go diamond to the king, diamond ruff, and dangers like that. So here they hop in with the ace of diamonds. And now in spades as well, they also play a spade to the ace and just exit another spade. And they only made 11 tricks here. But slam swing to the US there. The last board I wanted to look at here is just a subtle difference in what happened with the opening lead. So here, went 3 passes, North opened a no trump, which was 12 to 14. They then bid 2 spades, which is a sort of invite or clubs, and then 3 clubs as a maximum. So the same sort of bid came up in different partnerships, and South bid 3 no trumps. And here, they get a club lead. So when playing it from the North hand, this club lead doesn't give anything away. So here it went club lead. North won, and they just knocked out the ace of spades. And now East shifted to a diamond through the ace jack, which is a bit awkward. So they win a diamond and they get the club and up here, and they still need to get one more trick. So they lead a spade, and now they have to guess what's going on. So do they play a heart to the king or towards the 10? Do they think East has the ace or the queen? So here they played a heart towards the king and misguessed. And East-West just hadn't given anything away. They made declare a work for everything. So what clues are there on this hand? Well, there's not a lot to go on other than East has the ace of spades and West had presumably the king, queen of diamonds. So from the look of it, I think that this is just a straight up guess about who's got the ace and who's got the queen here. But they actually guessed wrong. At the other table, they opened this south hand. They are playing precision, which allows you to open a bit more aggressively. And it went a diamond, a spade, a no trump, and then 3 no trumps. And it's West to lead here with North-South bidding diamonds, which could be short, but diamonds and spades. So they just chose a heart. And a heart to the queen. This picked up the hearts, and they can even build an extra heart trick. So they spade, and they get 10 tricks. So which side was actually on lead mattered a lot in this one. And just not giving anything away put the most pressure on the declarer there. And here's the scorecard. It went USA 1's way. They had a massive set here, 44 to 6. So great start to USA in the semifinals. So let's take a look at all the results from the semifinals here. So in the Bermuda Bowl, interesting. It says 42 to 6 there. There must have been a correction. I only just spotted that. So what we were looking at here is the BBO record of what actually happened and as they watched the play. This here is the official one, which the players enter in the score. So occasionally the recorder might miss a card or not hear exactly what people claimed. And that's probably the difference of the 2 imps there. Hadn't spotted it till now. Netherlands had a solid start over Norway, so they're plus 20. So in the other finals, the Venice Cup, the women's, Poland's picked up a small lead over Sweden, and England and Turkey is pretty close, with Turkey just in front. In the Diorsi Trophy, the seniors, France is leading India by a little bit, and Poland's leading Denmark by a little bit. And in the mixed teams, France has had a sensational start over Germany, plus 32. Great start for them. And USA won versus Italy, completely tied. So that's all the results from today, and I'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Bye for now.